What's up, guys? Ben here, bringing you another video today. Challengers Elite is finally upon us, stage 1 of the competition. It's been months, we've been waiting for it. Let's break down who is competing in NA and EU, give you a little bit of a rundown of how things are going to work, and I'm going to highlight some teams and players I'm looking forward to showing out in this competition and maybe using it as a pathway to get on a CDL Pro team. All right, so the way it works, 12 teams qualify in before stage 1. They are put into two groups of 16s. If you scroll down here, you'll see we have Group A and Group B, and it is a round robin in each group. The top 4 teams in each group will advance on to the last stage of the competition, which will be an 8-team knockout bracket. And the bottom 2 teams in each group will have to qualify again in between stage 1 and stage 2 in order to make it back into the elite. They basically get relegated, to use a term more common to Europeans who may follow this channel. Anyway, it's a great competition. You see a lot of really good players go through. And as far as prize pool goes, you see here, like, getting first is a lot of money. 24K per team is real coin in Challengers. So a lot in the line. I know it's online competition. That's a lot of money to play for. But for these Challengers teams, this is more important than the Cups. It goes Cups, this, and Lands, and then Champs. And so this is pretty high up on the ladder of things. So, all right, let's take a look at a couple of teams that I'm looking forward to essentially being favorites to go ahead and win this competition. We're going to start with North America. Here are your 12 teams. First thing I want to talk about is FC Black. Obviously, this team's been much talked about on this channel. They've had a couple players move on from this team into the pro level 3. In fact, Joe DeCeed is coming over from Thieves to kind of fill in a spot here. So joining Brack, Exceed, and Lunars. All right, I think the only blemish for this FC Black team was a top 6 placing last weekend in the Cup. Actually, sorry, 2 weekends ago in the second Cup. But other than that, they've been pretty good, and I expect them to get out of their group. As you see here, there's some solid teams in here, and we'll get to a few of them, but they should get top 4 and get a good seed going into the bracket. Another team I'm looking forward to, and they actually did go ahead and win the Cup the other weekend ago, is Houston Spartans. This is Donnie's old team, Pro Sport Fire and Dylan Rex. Curious to see this squad. A lot of Challengers veterans here, and they usually do pretty good in competitions like this, so I think they are going to make it pretty deep. Couple of other squads. Boston Academy, you see here, did qualify. This is obviously post Doug Sensor Martin with Cammy on the team, and for what we've seen with Cam on this team, they have played pretty good. And in fact, they were good enough to actually make it to the grand finals of the last Cup. So I am looking forward to seeing this Boston Academy team do particularly well in this competition. And I think the last team I want to highlight, there's a lot of really good teams here, as you see listed here, and a lot of ex-pro players, teams like Convoy Gaming and a Subliners Academy, got some interesting players. The last team I want to highlight is Good Kids. This is Classic, Gunless, Capsule, and O'Johnny. There's a lot of pop-off potential with the Capsule O'Johnny combo, and you got 2 veterans in Classic and Gunless. So excited to see what this team can do in the Elite. So those are the teams I'm looking forward to in this tournament, but I'm gonna be honest with you, there's probably like 7 to 8 really good teams in NA, and I think a lot of them have a real good chance to get hot at the tail end of this on week 3 and go ahead and win this competition for stage 1. All right, so there's a couple of teams I want to talk about here. First off, I want to talk about Omit EU, because interesting news dropped literally as I was recording this video. Like, I'm literally not joking. I actually was like mid video, and then this drop, which is that Ray Al will actually be joining the Miami Heretics as a substitute as soon as his visa is approved. So obviously he's on this Omit team with Vortex, Mythics, and Weeman. I'm excited to see what they can do. But Ray Al, one to watch here, because with the kind of iffiness of this Miami Heretics, maybe he can get called up and get a chance on the roster. All right, next up we have Team War with Bance Beans, Hixie, and Harry. Obviously, one-on squad in EU. Honestly, results-wise have been okay. If you see here, we'll go over. They got second in the last Cup, but you see here, in general, outside of some of the placings that they had prior to Cup 1 starting, like in November and December, they haven't played the best as Miami event hasn't happened, so I don't know why it's listed here, but they got 12-12. Top 12 or top 12 at Boston. So I'm curious to see if these guys can play and really win the tournament here in Europe, but you're expecting to at least make it deep on the final day of this competition. Obviously, the 5 media guys of Sukri, Yako, Super, and Rencor, these guys have been around for a while, and they were always very competitive in the elite competitions over the last couple of years, making it deep in quite a few of them. So these guys will be there or thereabouts, I think, at the end of the stage. And I think the last squad, and this one's not really a favorite for me, but I always like keeping their gameplay because it's kind of fun to watch, as the Team Falcons guys. Roxas, Exnid, King of Body. These guys have, they've had a couple of runs in the elites, haven't made it deep, but expecting this team to eventually kind of get into form and maybe figure it out and represent Saudi Arabia in a meaningful way. So yeah, that's a summary in both regions of the teams. As far as where it's going to be broadcast, I assume YouTube. There hasn't been any announcement about that, so I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna be trying to watch it on my channel. So let me know what you guys think in the comments about the elite competition. Who are you excited to watch and see play? Let me know. Like if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe for more. As always, guys, we will see you on the next one.